of them. You better comply, or this is gonna hurt.
I didn't realize my wife had turned into a walking warning label until the day two wannabe cops tried to corner her at the community mail kiosk. But before I get to that mess, let me start with the moment that told me our HOA had officially lost its damn mind. 3 days earlier, I was jogging past the clubhouse when I saw my wife, Cynthia Morgan, standing toe-to-toe with Victoria Harlow, our HOA president who strutted around like the queen of suburbia with a clipboard instead of a crown. Victoria was dressed in her usual dictator chic, beige blazer, stiff smile, and enough perfume to fumigate the block. Cynthia, black jeans, gray tactical tee, hair pulled back, calm, collected, and absolutely unimpressed. Victoria had just announced her latest power trip. Residents must submit to random compliance inspections conducted by HOA safety officers. Random inspections. Conducted by the two clowns she hired from whatever tactical cosplay Facebook group she lurks in. Nobody said a word, except Cynthia. She stood up slow and asked, "Victoria, show me the law that lets you inspect private citizens." Victoria froze. Started flipping papers she hadn't read, pretending she had authority, but she didn't. No law. No authorization. Just her ego and her fake cops, Brent Maddox and Kyle Renter, wearing cheap tactical vests and dollar store badges. When Cynthia called her out publicly, Victoria's smile cracked. Her pride snapped. And the moment I saw that rage simmering behind her eyes, I knew she wasn't going to let it go. Because insecure people with fake power, they always come back swinging. Turns out, I was right. And by Thursday afternoon, that swing was waiting for Cynthia by the mailbox. Before we go any further, comment where in the world you're watching from. And make sure to subscribe to Silent Divide Tales because tomorrow's story is one you don't want to miss. That Thursday, Cynthia pulled into the cul-de-sac like it was any normal day. Sun bright, kids on scooters, someone walking their golden retriever. The neighborhood looked peaceful, but looks lie. She stepped out of the car, mailbox key in hand, then froze. From behind the storage shed, Brent and Kyle stepped out with the confidence of men who watched too many cop shows. Black vests, batons already extended, fake badges sitting crooked like they gave up halfway through pinning them on. "Afternoon," Brent smirked. "We need to talk about your behavior at the HOA meeting." Can you believe he opened with that? But then, Cynthia didn't even blink. Her right hand slid behind her back, fingers resting on her concealed pistol, calm, invisible to anyone not trained to notice. Kyle flicked his baton open. "Victoria didn't like how you embarrassed her. She wants an apology." Cynthia tilted her head, voice cold. "Step back. You're trespassing on my space and threatening me." They grinned. That arrogant grin met right before they prove how stupid they truly are. "We're authorized," Brent lied. "This is a compliance issue." "Then show me the paperwork," Cynthia said. He had none. He lifted his hands like he wanted to cool things down, but Cynthia caught the real signal, the micro shift in his shoulders, the tightening grip, the tiny twitch of a man about to swing. A heartbeat later, Brent lunged, his baton arcs toward her temple, wild, sloppy, full of ego and zero training. Cynthia moved first. Her stance shifted, fluid and controlled. In one clean sweep, her Glock cleared her shirt and came forward, and that's when it got worse. She fired once, a clean, precise shot straight through Brent's thigh. He collapsed instantly, screaming like a toddler seeing soap for the first time. His baton clattered. Kids scattered. Someone's dog freaked out. Cynthia didn't move. Her muzzle stayed on Brent while her eyes locked onto Kyle. Kyle froze, hands trembling. "Wait! I give up!" Cynthia had seen fake surrender before, and she spotted it again. The twitch, the adrenaline surge, the "I'm about to do something stupid" posture. "Don't move," she warned. He nodded, and then lunged like an idiot who believed speed beats physics. Cynthia holstered mid-motion, pivoted, caught his wrist, torqued it until his scream came out strangled. Her elbow crashed into his sternum. He toppled to the pavement, face first, dignity last. He tried to push up, mistake number 7. She planted her knee between his shoulders, locked his arm, twisted until he howled like a malfunctioning leaf blower. "You should have thought about that earlier," she snapped. Across the pavement, Brent was still howling. "You're crazy! You shot me!" "You attacked me with a weapon," Cynthia said. "Be grateful you can still scream." Neighbors peeked from behind cars, phones out. The old lady filming was shaking so hard it looked like her camera was on earthquake mode. A teenager muttered, "Dude, she's like John Wick's wife." Cynthia, calm as ever, dialed 911 one-handed. But that's when it got even messier. Sirens shattered the quiet. 2 county units rolled in, lights blazing, officers stepping out with the "I don't get paid enough for HOA nonsense" expression. Deputy Cole Ramirez approached slowly. "Ma'am, we got a call about 2 impersonators attacking." "Me," Cynthia finished. "One attempted a strike, the other charged, 1 shot fired in self-defense, all on video." He glanced at the neighbors recording from every angle possible. "Yep," he said, "that'll make this easier." Paramedics tended to Brent, who was still screaming like his leg had been personally offended. "She shot me! She shot me!" "You're lucky it wasn't center mass," the medic said. Kyle whimpered under Cynthia's knee. "Please, she's going to break my arm." Ramirez raised a brow. "Son, she looks bored." Once both goons were cuffed, Brent on a stretcher, Kyle blinking tears, Sergeant Damon Pierce arrived, calm, controlled. The kind of man who didn't rush, he just waited for the truth to expose itself. Cynthia explained everything. He believed her within 10 seconds. And then, the twist. A silver BMW rolled into the cul-de-sac. Out stepped Victoria Harlow, designer heels clicking like she thought she still had authority. "What is happening?" she demanded. "I sent them to conduct comp." Pierce cut her off. "No, ma'am. You sent them to commit felonies." Ramirez handed him the confiscated phones. Pierce raised them. "Threats, instructions, orders to use force. That's conspiracy to commit assault." Victoria's face drained like someone unplugged her soul. "You can't prove?" Cynthia smiled. "Check your email drafts." Victoria froze. Pierce's radio crackled. "Search warrant secured for Harlow residence and HOA office." Minutes later, Victoria was cuffed, sputtering about lawyers while nobody listened. Cynthia walked up to her calmly. "You picked the wrong target," she said. "That's how bullies lose." When it was finally over, neighbors approached us, whispering thanks, relief, shock. Cynthia didn't brag, didn't pose. She just took my hand and walked us home. A week later, justice finished the job. Victoria Harlow, 5 years in prison. Brent Maddox, 2 years plus hospital time. Kyle Renter, 12 months and probation. And just like that, 2 fake cops and 1 power-drunk HOA president learned exactly what real consequences feel like. Before you go, hit subscribe to Silent Divide Tales, where real stories hit harder than fiction, and tomorrow's truth might just become your favorite twist.